this is a very unusual lens here, only 4 millimeters. This is a fisheye. There's no price on any of these, but you can just Google it for yourself to figure out how much that they cost. This is made for APS-C cameras, but very unusual just because I'd never seen 4 millimeters before. I've never used a fisheye as well, so that kind of caught my eye. And then over here, this is something that I would use, 85 millimeters f5.6, and this is 2x ultra macro, and this is made for full frame cameras. I like taking pictures of watches and things up close like that. I really like the macro feature, so we'll try to find a price on this one and see what it works like. Also have some other macros here. Very unusual and long this one is, 24 millimeters f14. This is 2x macro probe. I don't know the difference between this one and this one with the blue end here, but they both say 24 millimeter. Okay, I see one is f14 and the other one is t14, so a little bit different purposes. I would use this one right here more for video than for photography, but you can use either or for both purposes. This one right here looks like it could be a good portrait lens. You got the right length on there. This is 105 millimeters f2, and they call this the Bokeh Dreamer. And as I am a Sony full frame shooter, they do have it for Sony as well as for Canon EF, Nikon F mount, and Pentax K. We got a 50 millimeter f2.8 2x ultra macro here. It's nice being able to see all these things within your peripheral vision so that you can see the full range, the full lineup, see what it is that you like, take a note of it, and then you can research it after you leave the exhibition hall. All right, so I'm using this one right now. This is the LAOWA Argus 28 millimeter f1.2 full frame. And this is the E-mount version right here. It's a manual focus lens only, and it's quite heavy, the weight on this one. Full metal body, and I'm using it in video mode. Suppose I could take some shots with it real quick, but just giving it a shot. I'm using it in video mode. This is the LAOWA 90 millimeter f2.8 2x ultra macro lens for the Sony full frame Canon RF, Nikon Z, and L mount. Just looking at some flowers right now. I'm standing about a good 3 feet away from these flowers. I'm going to see how close I can get and how much macro and focus I can get on this. Now I'm only about a finger's length away from this flower. You can get very close up with this. Obviously there's no stabilization on this, but just for the purpose of taking photos, if you need 90 millimeters and you need to get up real close and do some macro photography, seems like a pretty good lens. It is quite heavy, full metal body. The weight of this one is about 619 grams.
レンズを使ってですね、ポート
This one is the 27 millimeter cine lens. It's called the Nanomorph. This is a T2.8, and this shoots in like a super 35 millimeter. This lens right here is the 35 millimeter T2.4 cine lens, and this one is also super 35 millimeter. It seems like all metal construction, and of course everything is manual focus on this lens right here, but it has a very smooth focus pull on there and a very nice focus ring that you could use the pull focus with if you have an adapter that you could put on there. This one is in the same family, the same lineup. This is the 50 millimeter T2.4 cine lens, super 35 millimeter, inside of the Nanomorph lineup. Again, this is the 50 millimeter. You can change the aperture very smoothly on this with this ring. This is 5.6 right here, f5.6.